Joy, creative joy. They say weeping may endure for a night, but joy, pure, unadulterated joy, surely comes in the morning. I ask you today, look at the mystery of life. When the enemy thinks he has completely buried you, when the devil thinks he has finally written the last chapter of your destiny, that is exactly when Jehovah opens the windows of heaven and drops down an angel. Look at the contrast of humanity, viewers. While your own flesh and blood, your own aunts who shared the same womb with your mother, look at you and see a nuisance, total strangers will look at you and see a treasure. Enter Evelyn, a woman with a heart of gold, and her beloved husband Arthur, a respected retired principal whose name is synonymous with integrity. They did not drive past the supermarket parking lot that rainy night and look at Maya as a piece of trash. They did not look at her shivering body and see a useless beggar or a common thief. No, oh, their eyes were opened by the Holy Spirit. They looked at that broken girl collapsing on the concrete, and they saw a diamond hidden deep in the rough. Look at the beauty of unconditional kindness. Look at Maya waking up the next morning. She's no longer waking up to the smell of rotten fish at the market veranda or the cold splash of muddy street water. No, oh, she opens her eyes in a beautiful sunlit room. The air smells of sea salt and sweet jasmine. She looks up and there is Evelyn, smiling down like a mother from heaven, holding a warm bowl of cornmeal porridge seasoned with nutmeg and condensed milk. Maya is weeping, trembling, thinking it is a dream. She asks, "Ma'am, why are you helping me? You don't even know my name." And Evelyn wraps her arms around her and whispers, "Hush, my child. You are safe now." But wait, the blessing does not stop at a warm bed and a hot meal. Arthur, a man of letters, a man who understands the power of education, watches Maya closely. He sees her sitting by the window late at night. What is she doing? She is not playing with her phone. She is not looking for cheap entertainment. She has smoothed out her wrinkled, water-stained high school graduation certificate on the desk. She is reading her old textbooks by the gentle glow of a lamp, her eyes hungry for knowledge. Arthur stands at the door, his heart melting with pride. He turns to his wife and says, "Evelyn, look at this child. A mind like this must never be allowed to waste in the dust. No child under my roof will have their destiny truncated." He walks into the room, looks Maya in the eyes and declares, "Maya, pack your bags. You are going to the University of the West Indies. Every book, every tuition fee, every single cent, I will pay it from my own pocket." Chai, look at the reward of patience. Look at the sweat of success. A fast-paced season of intense labor begins. While the other youths at the university are out partying until dawn, drinking rum at beach fetes, and wasting their days in vanity, where is Maya? I ask you, where is the orphan girl? She is buried deep in the archives of the university library. She is burning the midnight oil. Her fingers are stained with ink. Her eyes are heavy with sleep, but she refuses to close them. Whenever her body grows weak, she remembers the cold concrete of the market street. She remembers the cruel face of Aunt Ramona locking the door in her face. She tells herself, "I will not fail. My mother's spirit will not cover its face in shame." Year 1, she is at the top of her class. Year 2, the professors are marveling at her intellect. Year 3, she has broken the academic records of the institution. She did not let the comfort of Evelyn and Arthur's house make her lazy. No, oh, she used the grace given to her as fuel to fire her ambition. And now, look at the grand finale of perseverance. The great graduation day has finally arrived. The sun is shining brightly over the campus. The auditorium is packed to capacity. The air is thick with anticipation. The chancellor walks to the podium and calls out the highest honor of the university, the first class valedictorian, Maya Johnson. Look at her walking up the steps, dressed in the magnificent academic regalia of success. She stands at the microphone, looking out into the sea of thousands of faces. And who do we see in the very front row, sitting in the seats of honor? It is Evelyn and Arthur. Look at them, waving the national flag, tears of pure, unadulterated joy streaming down their wrinkled cheeks. They are shouting, "That is our daughter. Look at our child." Maya looks at them and blows a kiss, her heart bursting with gratitude. But as the camera pans around the massive auditorium, scanning the back rows and the sides, I ask you, viewers, where is the biological family? Where is Aunt Ramona? Where is Aunt Beatrice? They are completely nowhere to be found. They are in their small corners, completely ignorant that the stone they rejected has just become the chief cornerstone of the palace. But the God of Maya does not do half blessings. He is a God of total restoration. Maya's brilliant valedictorian speech travels across the ocean. It catches the attention of an international tech conglomerate based in the United States, in the sprawling, wealthy city of Miami, Florida. They look at her credentials and say, "We need this mind. We must have her in our executive offices." They sponsor her instantly for an exclusive, highly coveted executive work visa. Look at the final scene of this chapter, viewers. Stand with us at the Norman Manley International Airport. The departure announcement is ringing over the speakers. Maya turns to Evelyn and Arthur, hugging them so tightly that their hearts beat as one. She weeps. "I am going across the sea, but my heart remains here with you. I will never ever forget what you did for me when I was nothing." She picks up her sleek, expensive leather briefcase, walks through the security gates, and steps onto the aircraft. As the massive airplane lifts its wheels from the tarmac and soars high into the bright blue Caribbean sky, heading toward the land of opportunity, the narrator asks you one final question for the day. Who says there is no God? From the dark, muddy gutters of downtown to the literal clouds of heaven. Truly, when grace steps in, race becomes irrelevant. Watch out for the final showdown.